I am the Gridiron Ghost, the voice that lingers after the final whistle fades. Tonight, we travel through time, across dusty fields and hardwood courts, to the campuses that turn dreams into dynasties.
And I'm Hoops Maverick, bringing the fire from the court to the mic, baby. We're talking hard hustle and history, the story of HBCUs, historically black colleges and universities.
More than classrooms, more than campuses. They were, and are, cathedrals of opportunity. This is more than a game. The legacy of HBCUs in American sports. Before the crowds, before the lights, there was 1837, shiny University of Pennsylvania, the first institution built to educate free African Americans. From that seed grew over 100 HBCUs, Howard, Grambling, Jackson State, Florida A&M, Tuskegee, Morgan State.
And let's be real, Ghost. Back then, the big state schools weren't opening their doors to black athletes, so these campuses became launch pads for talent. Classrooms by day, training grounds by night. They built a legacy from scratch.
Out of those fields came names that now echo through NFL history. Jerry Rice from Mississippi Valley State, the artist of the route. Walter Payton from Jackson State, sweetness himself. Shannon Sharpe from Savannah State, power and poetry in motion.
And don't forget Coach Eddie Robinson at Grambling, baby. 200 NFL players came out of that man's program. He didn't just coach football, he coached character. He told his players, you represent more than your number.
He built men who carried themselves like champions, on the field and in life. For years, the best black athletes played in near silence. No TV broadcasts, no Heisman talk. Just excellence, untelevised.
But man, if you were at the Bayou Classic, Grambling versus Southern, you knew that was Mardi Gras meets Monday Night Football. And those bands, woo, the human jukebox. The Marching 100. That halftime wasn't an intermission, it was artistry on asphalt.
Indeed, at HBCUs, the halftime was the soul. The band wasn't background, it was heartbeat. When integration came, some feared HBCUs would fade into history. But their athletes had already rewritten it. Steve McNair at Alcorn State nearly won the Heisman. Willie Lanier from Morgan State, first black middle linebacker to anchor an NFL defense.
And let's give it up for Tennessee State hoops, 3 straight national titles in the 50s. Coach John McLendon, student of Naismith himself, invented the fast break and the full court press. Every up-tempo offense you see today, that's McLendon's fingerprint, baby.
Every HBCU game carries a rhythm, drums like thunder, horns like hymns, each halftime a sermon, each note a declaration. We are still here.
You don't just hear it, you feel it. That's why when the Marching 100 hits those steps, the whole stadium moves like a wave. It's community, it's culture, it's creativity with a beat.
Time tested the tradition, but it never broke it. From Doug Williams winning the Super Bowl to Deion Sanders reviving Jackson State, the spirit endured.
Oh, absolutely. And on the court? North Carolina Central, Texas Southern, Norfolk State, those teams keep shaking up March Madness. Every upset says the same thing. We're still writing history, one bracket at a time.
And that's the truth. HBCUs don't fade. They evolve. Let's not forget the courage that crossed the line between sport and society. 1968, Tommy Smith and John Carlos raised their fists in Mexico City. Both carried lessons from HBCU culture, pride, protest, and poise.
That image still gives me chills, Ghost. It was more than defiance, it was dignity. A reminder that the game is always bigger than the scoreboard.
HBCUs remain beacons for black excellence, leadership, and education. They teach not only how to compete, but why we compete.
They show every kid out there, you don't need the biggest stadium to have the biggest heart. Play for your people. Play for your pride. Play for your purpose.
In the history of American sport, the HBCUs stand as proof that greatness does not ask permission, it simply performs, until the world has no choice but to watch.
Couldn't have said it better, partner. HBCUs didn't wait for the door to open. They built their own arena.
They didn't just change the game, they changed who gets to play.
Next time, we're cranking the tempo, baby. From the field to the floor, we're talking March Madness and marching bands, the loudest, proudest traditions in all of college sports. Until then, remember, every echo has an origin, and every legacy has a beat.
The lights dim, the echoes fade, but the spirit remains. I am the Gridiron Ghost.
And I'm Hoops Maverick, keeping the passion alive courtside. You've been listening to Campus Chronicles, Beyond the Game, a JourneyWise Studios production, where the past still speaks and the stories never rest.
Keep your spirit loud.
Keep your history close.
And remember, the echoes never fade.